indeed. And she's also popping up in a legendary soap. I wonder which one. We're going to be chatting to her next. You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV.
But you better not kill the groove. Hey, it's murder on the dance floor.
It says here that Sophie Ellis-Bextor became somewhat of a lockdown icon with her somewhat. She was a total lockdown hero icon with her kitchen discos, and she absolutely lifted the nation's spirits every Friday night with her family making special appearances in their kitchen, and so many thousands of people danced along in their kitchens, socially distanced.
She then danced away for 24 hours in aid of children in need. And now Sophie's taking her whole sequin-clad party on tour.
And she joins us now.
It's lovely to see you.
Good morning.
I mean, you know, we were talking this morning about the Prime Minister being accused of partying away during the pandemic. You are guilty of partying away the pandemic, Sophie Ellis-Bextor. The thing is, you were following the rules because you had a whole party in your kitchen.
Yes, and no one was there but the family, over and over. And I look at the footage now and I just can't help but laugh. And like that, you just showed me in my nightie with like a giant bow on my head dancing. Like, if that's not a woman gone mad by lockdown, I don't know what it is.
Just take it, because you're taking it all out on tour. Take this back right to the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah.
You know, everything suddenly, didn't it, overnight shuts down. And how soon into the pandemic, the lockdown, did you think, actually, you know what? I need to put some sequins on. I need to put some music on. I need to dress up with the kids and enjoy it as much as we possibly could.
Oh, God. Well, there's a few strands to that. In terms of it being actual, what became kitchen disco, that wasn't my idea at all. It was Richard's, actually. And
your husband?
Yes, my husband Richard. So, like lots of musicians, we suddenly had empty diaries, felt totally discombobulated. What is going to be happening? How does this work? And I saw all these amazingly talented musicians accompanying themselves on their streams and singing, and I thought, oh, I should have kept my piano lessons, I should have kept my guitar lessons, I can't do anything. And then Richard said, why don't we do a disco? And for us, that's how we cope with things anywhere in our house. So that space in our kitchen already had the disco ball, already had the disco lights, the smoke machine, it was all there, because that's, as a family, what we do when we want to alleviate tension and have some fun.
It's absolutely, it's brilliant. And of course, you've got quite a big family, haven't you? Because you have a five-a-side football team.
I do have five children.
With Richard, obviously, as the referee. Did they all want to get involved? Because, you know, I've also got boys. They're not necessarily ones for, you know, taking part in something that I'm doing on camera.
Yeah, or exactly. And I think with me, I just left it open to them. So they never had any idea what was going on or who was watching. So I just say, we're going to do another disco on Friday. Do you want to come? And most of the time they'd say yes, and quite often my now nearly 13-year-old would say no, and he'd say, when you're finished, can you make me a cup of tea? And the only one I said had to be there actually was my eldest, Sonny. So he was 15 when the pandemic started, and so he was basically the one I needed as kind of a minder. So he would look after my youngest. So he was 14 months at the time, Mickey. So he was crawling and there were wires, and I just thought, I need someone keeping an eye on the baby.
And do they find it a bit embarrassing? I mean, all parents are supposed to be embarrassing.
Yeah.
But maybe we're slightly overachieving.
You know, I think one of the untold fun bits of parenting is slightly embarrassing your children. So it's a baton I've taken and just run with, to be honest with you. I mean, look at what I've been doing with myself.
And are they looking forward to the tour?
Yeah, they are. Well, you know what? I haven't really asked them too much about it. I think
they're not going to be on stage with you?
They are not.
Oh.
No, I'm going to have glorious room to move around, and I'm not going to be worried about wires and things. It's one person finding a weapon somewhere and hitting someone else or climbing something. So, no, I can actually just focus on singing. But we're going to bring as much of the kitchen disco spirit as we can to every venue we go to.
I just love it. And you brought that spirit to children in need because you raised a staggering £1 million
Amazing.
In the dance-a-thon.
People really
dancing for 24 hours must be painful, tiring. I mean, you know, you maintained your good spirits. Ranveer came along to visit as well, amongst a number of people who came to rally around. How tough was that?
Did you really keep going for the whole time?
Oh, yeah. I mean, actually, music was my friend there. Every time I was flagging a little bit and the right song would come on, it would really lift me. And people coming to see me, like Ranveer, it was like I really fed off the energy of everybody that came. So really, it taught me that for those endurance things like that, the hardest bit was the mental thing. But you're prepping all the time. I was so nervous before I got started, and you realise you've been building in bits of your brain of things, places to go to when you're feeling like you can't keep going. And actually, for the most part, I really enjoyed it.
Love it.
It was lots of fun, and the support I got from people was incredible. And I ended up just weeping for sort of hours afterwards because I was so moved by being lucky enough to be part of the, you know, be in the middle of all of that. It felt really special.
So the Kitchen Disco Tour, the whole of March, you're touring around the country, starting at the beginning of March in Birmingham Symphony Hall, ending at the London Palladium, and...
disco
lucky
ball,
me.
sequins,
all of that.
all the
It's
sparkles.
the slightly odd things. We're literally going to sort of recreate the kitchen in these really beautiful venues.
Is it like Rocky Horror? Should people come in costume?
People should do whatever they want to do. My job is to try and put a spring in people's step. I want to have a lovely... I want to see the faces of all the people I was imagining when I was singing into the back of Richard's phone during lockdown.
Sounds absolutely brilliant. I think I'm going to go. Susanna, would you be there?
I love it. I'm going to wear a feather boa.
Do it.
And high heels. Sophie, it's great to see you.
I'll spot you.
Thank you so much. And here is Laura with the weather.